Man, my line of work is awesome. Just for saving retirements one client at a time. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's it's great. Two people I'm dealing with today both paid me my full financial planning fee, which is fantastic. And both are in good shape, but they just want to make sure they're in good shape, if that makes sense. They don't want to hire some clown to get them to sell them something, manage money. They don't want to, be sitting there saying just all kinds of stupid stuff. They just want to know if they're in a good place. And the funny thing is they both are. And I knew that from a mile away. You know how I knew? Because they don't spend that much. Now, again, this might be the exception to the rule for overall retirement planning. I frankly don't think so. I think I've never bought into the thing that people can't find $400. In fact, if you looked at the study that said people can't find $400 for an emergency account, when they actually interviewed people, a bunch of them, not about bulk, I don't know if that's not the right word, a bunch of them said they have it in their investments so they can pull it from the credit card instead. That's like me. I don't keep money in cash. I keep a little bit. I could find $400, but I don't have much more than that because I have it in investments. Because I know if I need new tires, new fridge, I can just put it on a credit card. If I need to sell investments, I would to pay for it. But that's what I'm saying. When they say people that have $400 in emergency fund, it's such freaking fear mongering. The older I get, the more I realize. I was reading an article today. Apparently, in all the fear mongering that's out there, it's across. Apparently, in St. Louis County, I think this guy was saying a few years back, and he didn't say how long. There was a bunch of car break-ins, car burglaries in various neighborhoods, and people were getting pissed. Basically, criminals would go to these people's cars and break in. They call them cloudings. I don't know why they call them cloudings. So what did the St. Louis County authorities do? They said they were going to count a group cloudings in terms of 10, not each one individually, but it had to be 10 to be considered a clouding, if that makes sense. And so if you had 8 cars that were clouded, that didn't count as a crime under the official stats. You had to have 10, and then it counted as one. And then, like good sheep that they are, the media reported, St. Louis County reports a huge drop in cloudings. And they reported it as if it was true. I shared with you before about the guy I knew from Camden County, a detective, who said they totally manipulate the numbers to underreport crime to make them look good. Anyway, this whole thing goes back with the coronavirus. I mean, now we got numbers on what they're doing to change the number of people who actually have coronavirus. It's just everything. You can't believe anything, man. Nothing. So believe it with your eyes. See it with your eyes and believe. I mean, because the news media they're not Jesus. So don't be a doubting Thomas about Jesus. You don't want to be. Certainly can be a doubting Thomas when it comes to the media, though. If you don't see it with your eyes, don't believe it. Anyway, the point is, it's going back to this whole thing with, oh my goodness, the vast majority of people who have $400 in an emergency account, they would not know what to do if they had to take money, if they had a freaking tire blowout. They put on a credit card. Is that such a bad thing? No. I mean, we don't want you going to debt, but they put on a credit card to leave their money invested. It's not such a bad thing. Now, is that everyone in America? No. Does everyone in America watch my YouTube channel? No. So what we're doing is one person at a time showing them they can retire. And how do I know that? Because their spending is under control. I'm telling you, my friends, if your spending is under control, if you're not spending that much, lady I just talked to today, she spends basically $1,350 a month. Now we throw in healthcare, we throw in a mortgage, we throw in all that. But once her mortgage, she's going to retire, downsize, move to a place where she has no mortgage. We'll pay off her car loan with the equity in her home. So she has equity in her home. She's been in this house for 25 years. Going to sell the house, get the equity, pay off she'll have no mortgage, pay cash money for a new home, downsize. She'll pay off her car. That's going to reduce basically more than half her outside cash flow right now. She'll go and live in a smaller town, smaller community, lower property taxes, the whole thing. Cheaper living, retired, whole thing. She'll spend $1,350 a month, and she's spreadsheets. She's a spreadsheet freaking, she knows spreadsheets. Let's just put it that way. She goes, look, I've done this a million times Sunday. This is what it is. I wish I could say it weren't, but this is true. All right, so now she's gonna have to go into Obamacare. I said $1,350 a month. You're probably qualified for Obamacare. If not, well, guess what? You pay $1,500 a month for COBRA. You pay, and if that's what it is, I don't even think it's that what it is. You pay $1,500 a month to go on Medicare. Then it drops to $300 a month for the next couple of years for you hit 65. Either way, the facts are, after her expenditures of $1,350, and I said, look, we can even round up to $2,000. I said, well, she goes, yeah. I said, would you like to vacation? She goes, I don't need to, but I'd like to. It's okay. Let's put $3,000. Let's put $2,000 a month. That gives you $500 a month or $6,000 a year for vacation. I said, that's not true. Well, that's great. All right, then we're gonna throw in $1,500 a month for Medicare, or I should say health care. She won't have a mortgage. She'll still have property tax, whatnot. And she goes, this is more than enough to live on. And it's not me telling her. This is her telling me that that's more than enough to live on. All right. Her Social Security at full retirement age is going to be, I think, $2,500 a month. I mean, how much more do you need? Now, she happens to have done being frugal her whole life, so she's able to put away $400,000 to $500,000, I think $600,000 or something like that. I can't remember, but $400,000 or $500,000. But it's always the same thing: driving an old car, an older car. What I mean, old to her. I mean, if that makes sense, it works. Stay in the same house. Work the same job. Now it's interesting too, because I don't want to say much more, because then I don't want. I mean, look, a country of 330 million people in the world, you would never know who she is, but I just don't want to say more. But let's just put it this way: she stays in good shape. All right, and so what I mean by that is not likely to have a debilitating illness anytime soon or anything like that. It's not likely. Will she be able to retire? Hell yeah. Should she? Yes, because she's stressed out at work. She's stressed. Retire. She can do it. She goes, you really think I can? I said, yes. Yes, you can. Notice we didn't talk about investments at all. We did. I mean, a little bit. We talked about, let's just say she had $400,000. Say you're taking 5% a year out. That's $20,000 a year. Even after taxes, which, I mean, hell, it'd probably be $1,000 in taxes. But even if we net $18,000 plus your Social Security at a full retirement age of $2,500, I mean, more than enough for her to live on comfortably. Just wants to do some gardening in the Midwest someplace. Go on a vacation once in a while, escape the cold. Easy. Solving the pandemic of retirement crisis, one person at a time. It's awesome. It's awesome I can do it. It's awesome I can do it without having to feel like I gotta sell somebody something. It's awesome I can do it and make a living doing it. It's awesome I can do it without having showered this morning, having shaved, showered. The 3 S's, I did the other one. I didn't shave and shower, but if you're in the military, you know the 3 S's. But it's just awesome, man. It's just, and I can get paid doing it, and I'm never gonna be rich. I'll be okay financially. It's just, could not be happier. And on top of that, changing people's lives, man, freaking love it, dudes. Anyway, so if you're thinking that you can't retire, I might ask you to rethink that. And don't start with your investments, start with your spending. For the love of me, what are you spending on? I'm telling you, man, just what are you spending on? Is there any way you can nip that in the bud? I don't know, but if you're not spending as that much, I bet you can retire. I really do. All right, we'll see ya.